In 1095, Pope Urban II stood before a crowd in France and made a call that would echo for centuries. He urged Christian knights to march to the Holy Land and reclaim Jerusalem from Muslim control. That moment launched a series of wars known as the Crusades, battles not just over religion but over power, territory, and identity. This is the story of the Crusades, how they began, what they became, and how they changed the world. The Crusades were a series of military campaigns between the 11th and 13th centuries, where European Christians sought to capture and hold parts of the Middle East, especially Jerusalem, from Muslim rule. But they weren't just religious pilgrimages with swords, they were driven by politics, economics, and a desire for glory. They were also brutal, chaotic, and deeply controversial. The First Crusade was launched in 1095. The Byzantine Empire had asked the Pope for help against the Seljuk Turks, who had taken control of Jerusalem and other key territories. Pope Urban II saw an opportunity. He promised spiritual rewards, forgiveness of sins, entrance to heaven, for those who took up the cross. Knights, peasants, and even children joined in what they saw as a holy mission. But many also went for wealth, land, and adventure. Crusading became a way to gain status and escape a rigid feudal society. The First Crusade was shockingly successful. After a long and bloody march across Europe and Asia Minor, Crusaders reached Jerusalem in 1099. They stormed the city and slaughtered its Muslim and Jewish inhabitants. They established Crusader states like the Kingdom of Jerusalem, which would be fiercely defended and constantly attacked for decades. Muslim powers were initially divided, but they soon united. One of the most important figures to emerge was Saladin, a brilliant general who recaptured Jerusalem in 1187 after the Battle of Hattin. Saladin became a hero not only in the Islamic world, but even respected by his Christian enemies for his mercy and leadership. The later Crusades were less successful. The Second Crusade failed. The third, led by kings like Richard the Lionheart, didn't retake Jerusalem. By the time of the Fourth Crusade, things got messy. Crusaders ended up sacking Constantinople, a Christian city. Over time, the Crusader states fell. By the late 13th century, the Crusades were effectively over. The Crusades left a deep mark on Europe and the Middle East. They widened cultural contact, bringing new ideas, goods, and technologies to Europe. They strengthened the power of the Catholic Church and gave rise to military orders like the Knights Templar. But they also deepened religious divides, caused immense suffering, and sowed seeds of distrust that still echo today. The Crusades weren't just holy wars, they were about empire, ambition, belief, and identity. They brought out both the best and worst in humanity: courage, conviction, cruelty, and greed. And while the wars ended long ago, their legacy still shapes how we understand religion, conflict, and power in our world today.